Alright, listen, I may not be the biggest giga brain when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! And learning all there is to the game, but from a casual perspective, sometimes you just want to take it back and go back to the root of it all where it first began, and that being duel monsters. My favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster being the Dark Magician is about to get crazy cool support this year, and in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel they finally released one of my all-time favorite modes, being the Anthology event. A chance to take anime level decks and duel it out with others. In preparation and getting into the headspace of playing Dark Magician at a higher level, it's time to take my deck that I made for this event and send everyone to the Shadow Realm. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this started. Will we get the win of the dice roll or the coin flip, whatever you want to call it? And we do. And we're gonna go first for this. We got the Dark Magician, mate. Let's do this. Okay, not a bad starting hand at all if I were to say so myself. Okay, so we got a lot of options here. Now, I'm not saying that my deck first and foremost is like the craziest of decks that I've built for this event, but it's been performing pretty darn well. Let's go ahead and start off with Shining Sarcophagus, see if we can just add a monster from our deck to the hand and see if there's any interruption. I don't think there will be, because we know that Ash Blossom is indeed banned in this event, as well as Maxi actually for that matter. Gonna go ahead and summon this guy right here. We'll go ahead and normal summon the regular Dark Magician so that we can go ahead and scoop up ourselves a Magician's Salvation. We'll activate Magician's Salvation so that we can go ahead and set the Eternal Soul so that we can keep on bringing back our Dark Magician over and over again into this field. We'll activate Magician's Soul so that we can dump the Dark Magician into the graveyard, and then we'll just go ahead and dump the Magician's Salvation. See what we can draw into Timaeus, which is actually really good. So what I'm going to do right off the bat actually is that I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Magician's Rod, and then we'll go ahead and put Timaeus. Timaeus is going to allow us to fusion summon. We're gonna go ahead and bring out the Dragon Knight because our deck is extremely weak to Harpy's Feather Duster, and this monster in particular is going to allow us to not get our spells and trapped cards eliminated due to Harpies. Gonna go ahead and set the Dark Magical Circle up on top, and then we'll play it so that we can see the top 3 cards in our deck. Not too bad, and we'll just put these up front. And just for some added protection, we're going to end off with Link Karibo. Pretty crazy end board with what we had started in our starting hand, especially without any single negates coming out of our opponent, which is pretty neat if I do say so myself. So let's go ahead and see what is our opponent playing. I have no idea what this guy is playing. Dark Contract with the Swamp King. Okay, this picture looks kind of creepy. I think we are playing against a DD deck. I'm not too sure what exactly I'm supposed to expect here, but we'll see what happens, I guess. I think what I'm gonna do is I think he's gonna keep on trying to summon a lot more bodies to get more plays out onto the field. So I'm just gonna bring out my Dark Magician and just banish that right off the bat. We'll go ahead and circle banish this monster, and then we're going to recycle Magician's Rod by getting rid of our Dark Magician and putting it back into the graveyard. That way, when we normal summon Magician's Rod, we'll be able to search for anything that we need out of the deck. Even though we already got pretty much everything that we need, I guess the next search in our deck that we could probably add with Magician's Rod is the Dark Secrets of Magic, which is pretty much our fusion spell card. Oh, is that the new guy? That has to be one of the newer monsters. There is a lot of power creep with some of these decks at the moment due to the new support. For example, such as DD. I guess we'll go ahead and we are forced to do this. Make it 0 attack and then just have him end the turn, I guess. Okay, so he's got 1, 2, and 3 contract cards. So if we try to pull off any sort of, I guess, effect, he's gonna try and negate it, but I don't know. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna go for Shining Sarcophagus. I'm gonna put Dark Magician Girl into my hand, and then what I'll do next is I'll try to summon this card by dumping Magician's Soul and just get another body out here onto the field. I'm going to go ahead and activate the effect of this card. I want to see if this will allow him to kind of look at it as bait in a sense. Okay. So what's going on here is that you're going to destroy a contract card to attach the... Okay, but that doesn't negate the effect. So we still have it on our end. So then I guess what's going to happen... Is this once per turn? Looks like it's once per chain. So we'll go ahead and put the Magician's Rod out and normal summon it. And then activate the effect. Does it still activate? Oh, so it's once per chain. So then... I think we just do this. Okay, for the sake of science, I want to see if this actually works. Are you trying to banish who? Because you cannot target my Dark Magician cards with any effects, actually, because of Eternal Soul. Okay, does that even work? I want to see if that works. That doesn't work. So you just lost your boss monster just like that. And I guess what that means is that we are going straight into the battle phase. Dark Magician. Dark Magic Attack. I guess that was it. We won the second coin toss. We're gonna go ahead and go first again. And we might be fighting another Dark Magician player. I have no idea. Alright, not too bad of a starting hand here. Let's go ahead and just start things off with Illusion of Chaos so that we can add the good old trusted Magician's Rod. Alright, call me crazy, but we're dumping the Effect Veiler because we want to benefit off the draw too. This might be a crazy play, but I have an idea. We're gonna go ahead and summon Dark Magician Girl, and then we'll activate Magician Salvation. Because Dark Magician Girl is on the field, we'll go ahead and use the effect of Salvation to bring back regular Dark Magician. This allows us to add Shining Sarcophagus thanks to the girl, and then we'll go ahead and activate Shining Sarcophagus. I did not think we would actually get a board full of... And of course, it's Nibiru. You had to use Nibiru against Dark Magician, which is actually kind of crazy to think about if you ask me. But look how much stuff we just got off that. We'll go ahead and put Soul Servant out here. We put 5 bodies onto the field only to get Nibiru. I did not think this guy would have Nibiru in hand, to be honest with you. But the fact that a Dark Magician deck was able to do something like that is kind of crazy to think about. Alright, so this guy is running the Toy Box engine. This could mean a plethora of different things. We got to see what kind of engine this guy is running. We have not seen yet what the strategy is going to entail to. But what we're going to do is that we're going to allow this guy to set up Toy Box. Pretty easy weakness. You just got to take out this continuous spell. And that way you cannot have the person destroy cards in their field. Now, this is a normal summon. We haven't seen anything else other than just Toy Box as of now. Okay, so it looks like we are actually fighting Dark Magician. This guy pulled out the Illusion of Chaos. And there's the Magician's Soul. Okay, so what I'm expecting to see here is that this person's going to use Magician's Soul. Right? Dumping the Dark Magician Girl. Yep, you're utilizing your strategies against me. And what we're going to do actually is... I mean, this is going to sound crazy, but... We're going to use this right away. We're going to put you in defense mode. Dark Magician's going to come out. We're going to banish the Magician's Soul off rip. Very crazy strategy for me to do, but we do not want him to get the +2. If he gets the +2, because you can do that with Magician's Soul, you can dump 2 spell cards and trap cards from your back row. These monsters come back, more bodies on the ground, and that's not going to look good for us. Alright, you're going to end your turn. You set 1 card face down. I have a feeling it's probably infinite impermanence, but let's go ahead and find out if that's actually the case. We're going to normal summon Magician's Rod. Nope, it's not. So we're going to add Secrets of Dark Magic. And then right away, we're going to special summon our Dark Magician. We got rid of the key point in his deck that would probably trigger too many draws and get a plethora of different combos in. So we just get rid of this. We activate Shining Sarcophagus so that we can just get this body out. from our deck to our hand, and then we just do this right here. And then I think that's pretty much game. So this onto this. This onto this. And we are going to beat the person with the very token he set onto our field. It's really just that easy. We beat that through Nibiru. We identified the key weakness about what he was trying to do, and he couldn't do anything to retaliate. Which is why I don't like running the Toy Box Dungeon all too much, especially if your opponent can figure out exactly what you're doing. Alright, this is a pretty interesting board. I'm going to go ahead and start with Prepper Rites because I just want to get my Illusion of Chaos out from my deck into hand, and so that we can use the Illusion of Chaos right now, actually. I'm going to go ahead and add Magician's Soul. We can put away an Upstart Goblin, actually. We don't really necessarily need it all too much. Call me crazy, but I think because of the value we already got, we don't need Illusion of Chaos that much. So we'll just go ahead and summon Dark Magician Girl. Alright, so what we'll do first is that we'll put Magician's Soul as Linkuriboh. And then we will add this guy. Our Chaos Soldier. Soldier of Chaos. We'll send a gift to our opponent of 1,000 life points. And we have a disruption. And we'll end our turn. Not a bad start. We don't have access to Dark Magical Circle, which is okay for the Circle Banish. But we do have a pretty good end board here. We have Effect Veiler to negate any effect our opponent's trying to do. We have Linkuriboh that can protect us in the battle phase, and this guy is unaffected by card effects, and he's got pretty strong secondary effects coming in the battle phase as well. And it looks like we are fighting an Odion deck. Okay, this is literally Battle City if Yugi decided to fight the good old Odion, to which he thought at the time was Merrick. Alright, what's cool about this is that this card right here is treated as Dark Magician, but if I get destroyed by a card effect, I get to special summon this card again, and then set one spell or trap card from the deck that mentions Dark Magician. So it's a search plus a summon for free. This is where we easily use Effect Veiler, thanks to our lucky draw of the Upstart Goblin, and just straight up negate the effect to search for what I believe would be the temple. So that's not too bad. We'll see what follow-up he has. If he has Temple of the King, well, it's not necessarily this one. So we're making him use a lot more resources than normal. Now, because he has that, exactly, Temple of the King's exactly what I was talking about earlier. You get to actually summon this for free, negate any effect onto the field, but that's okay. We have to be very careful with how we want to delegate our attacks now. Divine Serpent. This is Odion's ace monster. So let's go ahead and see what he wants to do next. Alright, you're going to fusion summon, and then you're going to add that back into hand. Alright, so we're going to lose a lot here. We're forced to do this to bring that guy to 0. And then he's going to crash with his 3k monster, unfortunately. We are unaffected by card effects. We're going to banish one card on the field. We're going to get rid of this guy right away. Yeah, that's the only way to get rid of this monster. Now you're probably wondering, why did I get rid of the fusion monster? Because it's more of a threat than you think. We'll go ahead and activate our Eternal Soul. Special summon our Dark Magician. And we're going to have to target next the Temple of the Kings that he has just chilling up there. Because he can just flip and just summon out his trap cards right away. Nice, and we have Infinite Permanence next. So what we're going to do here is that we're going to normal summon Rod. This is as anime as it gets. He literally has trap monsters as a gimmick in his deck. I believe this allows him to negate something. Yeah, we'll discard the impermanence so that we can summon you. Alright, I think we'll just go into the battle phase and we will just go ahead and just proceed to take out The Masked Man. Oh, you have the Temple of the King guy. Yeah, so you don't actually necessarily die here, which is kind of annoying. Kind of forgot that that was an ability of his. He just doesn't die because of this card on the field, literally. Oh, the mystical beast of the Surcat. Okay, he's got the actual monster from the enemy. Okay, it's a fusion summon, but what is it? Divine Scorpion Beast. Oh my god. Oh boy. Dude, this is crazy. Odion is going overdrive right now. Those 3. You can attack, can make a second attack. Oh my god. Rotate the Magician's Rod and back into hand. Put back our Dark Magician into the graveyard. With 800 points in a dream and the luck of the draw. Alright, here we go. It's time. We drew our Soul Servant. Alright, here we go. Dude, it's not looking too good. I can't activate the second effect. Oh no. Okay. Special summon Dark Magician. There's nothing I can do. I'm gonna lose. Dark Magician. Activate this. Put this away. Add this back to hand. There's nothing I can do. He's gonna run it through. Oh man. I was so close. And that's game. There's nothing else I can do. GG's. Ah, dude. Odion won. He claimed the Egyptian God card. I'm trying to think back in the last duel. What if I targeted the 3K monster rather than accepting a crash? I'm not sure what I was too worried about with the fusion monster. But yet again, I don't have too much experience fighting Odion decks. But that was pretty cool. We got an OG anime battle level deck duel, which is awesome. All right, so we unfortunately lost the coin toss, and we're going up against another DD player. Let's see if we can actually put an end to the combo that we're about to suffer through. All right, well, I think we know what the strategy is. He's trying to build up into the monster where you can just immediately have that once per chain effect and just start disrupting your opponent. I think the ultimate goal for him is just to be annoying, and I think he's probably going to succeed. I don't have the craziest starting hand, but hey, I mean, we'll see what we can do, right? I went to the bathroom, filled up my water bottle, came back, and this guy is still comboing. This is not the combo I thought we were going to end off seeing. But he's doing crazy stuff. I have no idea what exactly I am looking at, but this is insane. All right, we drew the impermanence. You know what this means? This means we're about to lose. Anyways, we're going to infinite impermanence this monster right here. This is going to be the most problematic, I feel like. Then what we're going to do is that we are going to activate Preparation of Rites. Because we need to add this bad boy onto our field. Onto our hand, I mean. I really got to think about who I want to target and get rid of. Alright, let's proceed to the battle phase. If I'm doing my calculations correctly, let's get rid of this monster. Get rid of this monster. And get rid of this monster. Which allows us to do... And I think we're about to bring out the Dark Dragoon. Because we do this... You add 1 Dark Contract from your deck to the hand. Let him... I'm gonna let him do that. I'm gonna let it slide. Okay. And then we do this, right? Activate this. But then we just do this. And then you just special summon, right? And then you, oh my, we just won with Dragoon. That's it. The power of the heart of the cards. We sent them to the Shadow Realm. Shout out to Dragoon. Okay, so here's the deck that I was running in case you guys were wondering and you guys want to try it out for yourself in case you come up with another anthology event in the future. I don't even know when this video is even going to go up, but this is the deck list. I think there's a lot of potential with a lot of different combo routes. Obviously, it's not the most optimized deck. I think I probably could have done a little bit better with the tweaking here and there, but hey, deck building is very subjective. I just came up with this. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's video, leave a like and I will catch you guys in the next one. Oh, hey, and subscribe.